Barefoot 10. Equalizer and the brand new Barefoot line up for an all-out blitz. Coming up next, a good old-fashioned game of Smash Mouth, monster style. This is Trucks and Tractor Power, featuring the superstars of the four-wheel and off-road Jamboree Nationals Monster Truck Challenge. Welcome to Trucks and Tractor Power on the Nashville Network. Today, we're at the Ohio State Fairgrounds in Columbus for the four-wheel and off-road Jamboree Spring Nationals. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Lee. You know, monster truck racing has something we don't find in other forms of motorsports. Participation from all the major manufacturers. There's Chevrolet and Taurus, Bigfoot and Ford, GMC, and the Equalizer. And now Dodge is out to prove they can be a real bear in this competition. Here with that story is Armstrong.
One of the first traveling professionals in the sport of monster truck racing comes out of the state of Illinois. The truck, you all know it, it goes by the name of Barefoot. Fred Schaefer has taken that name all over the world, winning many championships, but there's a major change with the Barefoot crew this year. Fred, I'm going to ask you to be up front with me. Tell me why you went over to Dodge.
Army is an old drag racer. I'm always looking for more horsepower, and I ended up at the Dodge camp, and I'm proud to say I'm part of the Dodge racing team now.
Think you can be competitive with these guys? Brand new truck, new engine combination, everything on the vehicle we understand is manufactured by the Mopar people. It's 100% Dodge, we understand.
I think if I can get the power to the ground, I'm going to be right there with those guys. I've got the horsepower. I just got to get it on the ground.
You know, one of the things that's kind of unique is the fact the truck may be red, the driver's suit's red, but it might as well be black for the rest of these guys, because as far as they're concerned, the bad guy just came into town, and he'll be driving a Dodge.
And that Dodge has qualified third fast this afternoon. We're coming back with more from Columbus. Stay with us. We are in Columbus, Ohio today, where Ford Trucks present the Penda four-wheel and off-road Jamboree Spring Nationals, a part of the BF Goodrich Performance Series. Gary Lee along with Army Armstrong as we take a look now at round one. Bigfoot, the fast qualifier against the Carolina Crusher, and Snakebite will go side by side with Tropical Thunder. Then it's Barefoot, the brand new truck against the Keystone Cruncher, and Equalizer will pair up with Moving Violation. Nightmare against King Crunch, and Taurus against No Problem. So round one, the fast qualifier is Bigfoot, and he will go up against Gary Porter's Carolina Crusher, only qualified 7th. A bit of a disappointment for Gary.
You know, Gary he kind of was spooked in qualifying. I don't know what the problem is. He's not where he wants to be. The top half of the field runs against the bottom half of the field. He's the first guy in the bottom. That puts him against a quick qualifier of the day, none other than the old big blue Bigfoot.
Yeah, you talk about new trucks. This is Bigfoot 10. This is the latest creation from St. Louis in the stable of Bob Chandler. Bigfoot 10, another two-frame race truck.
With the engine in the rear. That's one of the big changes on the 10 truck. The engine went to the rear. Porter in the Chevrolet keeps the engine in the front.
Oh, he got the hole shot. Porter got the hole shot. He leads Bigfoot, but here comes Bigfoot, and Andy Brass may have won it.
He caught him in the air, Gary, right at the finish line on the second jump. He literally flew past him.
How did he ever win this round? Now watch this. The whole shot belongs to Gary Porter right here. The Chevrolet has the advantage over the Ford. Gary Porter leads. They get to the second set of cars, and in the air, Andy Brass takes the victory. It's official. Here's Gary.
Gary, if I was a betting man, I would have bet that win went to you, but that's not the word we're getting.
I thought it did. You know, when we crossed the finish line, I looked over and I thought I was in front of them, but you really can't tell, you know, on a race that close. The judges said he won, so we'll just have to let it go with that and come back another day.
Well, he can take a look at the videotape because, indeed, the video shows that Gary Porter lost by 12 to 18 inches. A good crowd on hand here in Columbus. We continue with round one competition. There's a look at the white Tropical Thunder. That's Wayne Smozanik out of Jupiter, Florida.
Gary, you know, there's something interesting here as he backs up. Chassis research, the decal on the back quarter panel, they're normally involved in the sport of drag racing, but there's a lot of technology coming over from that sport into this sport. Smozanik has teamed up with these guys in Florida, trying to put together a new chassis combination, but who does he go up against? The bad boy himself out of Cobra Creek, Colorado.
Snakebite, Colt Cobra. This is actually a Ford with all the trick fiberglass doghouse in front of that. And last season, his bark, if you will, was worse than the bite. But this year, the snake has some bite.
Yeah, he's got some venom in them fangs this year.
And the snake gets the whole shot as Wayne Smozanik is in trouble. He is out of control. He hits the Hydra barriers. They do their job, and that's exactly why they're there.
Yeah, the Yodoc safety system was designed specifically for that, to absorb the energy of these 10, 12,000-pound monster trucks, and they did it.
Wayne is okay. The helmet is off, trying perhaps to figure out what precipitated the off-course excursion. He, of course, was disqualified. Let's take a look again. They're coming right at you. The left lane, Wayne Smozanik and Tropical Thunder. Over the first set of cars, he gets in trouble right here.
Something bends in the truck. That's what causes it to go, because the driver, look, the front wheels are straight, but the truck is going to the right.
Well, he is disqualified, obviously, but no damage to the driver and perhaps very little damage to the truck.
Well, Gary, we were talking about the truck and the new technology here. This is the latest state-of-the-art truck. You look underneath it, you see all the bars. That's part of a 4-link suspension. This truck runs a 4-link with the latest shock absorbers. But one of the weaknesses of a 4-link suspension is if one of the links bends, then the driver basically has no control over the vehicle. And I believe that's exactly what happened here. Once the truck went to the right, the driver had no control whatsoever.
All right, he is caught up with Army Armstrong. Let's go trackside.
All right, do you have any idea what happened on the run?
Yeah, I came off the first set of cars. I didn't want to lift up the throttle because Colt Cobra was right there. And when I landed, I bent one of the 4-link bars, which causes rear suspension to hook and throw me over. Well, we had the rear steering locked off for the Thunder Drag Series, and when the 4-link bar bent, it just like changes the toe on the front end of a car. It just veered right off to the right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. The truck will be okay. We'll just change the bar. We'll be back.